Yeah, Rebecca, right now I'm at the corner of 4th and K, and as you can see behind me, there's an officer, there is a police presence, they're wearing helmets, they have rifles out, and they're paying very close attention to the upper towers of Captain Cook. Now, a captain with the Anchorage Fire Department that I talked to said that they are still investigating what the cause of the fire is, but they believe it started in the second floor unit and spread upwards to the third unit. Now, the fire marshal was still investigating what the cause of the fire was, but it is believed that the fire started somewhere in here. All right, I'm here with Terry Pickens Manweiler, who's running for lieutenant governor on the Democratic ticket. So let's talk to some people who are down here supporting their candidates, and let's check and see how they're doing. Sir, how are you doing today? I'm just curious, who are you here for today? Thanks, Emily. I'm here with base jumper Damon Manjuri, who is just a few jumps away from his 1,000th jump. Bach&Pa says of the 40 dogs are rescued, 19 are in foster homes right now, and these remaining guys will be in foster homes by the end of the week. A little before 10 a.m. on Wednesday, the Twin Falls Communications Center received a call on its non-emergency dispatch line of shots being fired and one person being injured at Canyon Ridge High School, with the possibility of more people being shot. Local law enforcement immediately responded, and the school with roughly 1,500 students and staff was put on lockdown.
Didn't really hear anybody talk because I was around people I didn't know, but I heard the office say that it was a lockdown and it was not a drill. And they kept repeating it like 3 times.
It was really scary, honestly. I was freaking the F out.
And for parents, it was just as traumatic.
It really scary. I was here within 5 minutes because I couldn't handle seeing my son in this kind of environment. Like, it's very, very, very scary.
A little more than an hour later, after conducting multiple sweeps through the school, police were able to confirm there was not an active threat in the school.
Right now, again, just to reiterate, this appears to be a prank and a terrible prank.
We were able to confirm that there were no injuries. Fortunately, no students were injured, no staff were injured.
Additionally, there was no evidence of shots being fired or anyone bringing a gun to school.
We've heard several unconfirmed reports on social media. There's been some graphic videos of the shooting. That was not here.
However, some parents were skeptical of the information they were getting from law enforcement in the city because of the large presence from first responders on the ground.
I would say if people feel deceived that a helicopter came in and there was no injuries, I'd say first we should be grateful there were no injuries. Second, I would say we should also be grateful that we have the resources available to help people if they are injured.
After everything was cleared, parents were finally able to be reunited with their children with tears in their eyes and hugs that seemed to last forever.
I am relieved that I was able to come in and be able to hold him in my arms because that's my world.
Reporting from Twin Falls, Steve Kirch, KMVT.
Look at the size of this thing, man. I mean, look at the backdrop. Everything about it is just... And listen to it. Yeah!
Jerry Dyer's love for aviation is infectious. He is the founder and host of Big Jet TV. It's a live stream aviation channel predominantly on YouTube. He says as many as 8,000 people will tune in to watch one of his events.
Oh, it makes me feel very honored. I'm very lucky. We actually, funny enough, hit 300,000 subscribers on YouTube today.
He's been doing it for about 6 years. During his live stream events, he can talk for hours at a time without taking a break.
Well, I'm a bit of a blabbermouth anyway, and so to be honest with you, I can do 10 hours, and we finish in 10 hours, and it feels like it's just gone like that.
He even went live during a huge windstorm at London Heathrow Airport.
Dipping that left wing into the... Oh!
Dyer says his love for aviation started as a young kid. His father was a captain with the old Constellations with Skyways of London.
Regardless of what career paths I've had, I've always been looking in the sky and in awe of aviation.
This week, his love brought him to Anchorage. He says the thing that separates Ted Stevens from other airports is the abundance and diversity of big, heavy jets in planes from decades past that still fly Alaska's skies.
Nowhere in the world that you will see a line of 747s being led out by a DC-3 or a DC-6.
Dyer has done more than 1,000 live stream events all over the world. And at the end of the day, he says his goal is to entertain and educate.
We get people who have a fear of flying, who now say, after having watched the storm shows, saying that they don't have a fear of flying anymore.
Rebecca, the resolution for funding the project passed nearly with a 6-4 vote at Tuesday night's assembly meeting. Joe, lawmakers in Ohio are removing some barriers to make it easier for teachers and staff to carry a gun in schools. Here in Idaho, some lawmakers would like to see something done similarly, but others think bringing more guns into schools to combat an active shooter situation is a step too far. Recently, the Idaho Land Board held its monthly meeting in Boise. Among the topics discussed was the upcoming fire season. Thousands of people turned out for a rally for former President Donald Trump as he held one in Waco, Texas on Saturday. Oh, it's official. Idaho is now the 5th state to add the firing squad as a method of execution. Happy will now be the official mascot at a local park and event space. But did they tell us where? No, we can't see Happy, nothing. Zach and Heather's going to bring over some treats over here, and hopefully the crew, if you guys want to come out and say bye to Zach. But Zach is leaving us, and so Zach, why don't you tell everybody where you're going to?